Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Matt Samolsky here, and today I have the first off CLA 250 C4, which is basically a 2021 CLA 250 4MATIC. This is a brand new car, a brand new color, and again, thank you to Mercedes-Benz of Hoffman Estates for letting me review this vehicle and show you all the great features of it. Guys, I'm going to post a link in the bottom of this video in the description section so you can check out their website. You can also call Peter so he can help you out with all your automotive needs. But this is the second generation of CLAs that are available in the United States. The first one was introduced in 2014 and continued through 2019. 2020 was the first model year of this body style, and this is the second one. This is also the fourth Mercedes that I'm reviewing that actually starts under $40,000. So let's get the price out of the way. You know, it starts at $39,800 with a 4MATIC, so just shy of $40,000. Now you can also customize it. Like this particular one's got some special appointments that are extra, like for example the paint itself, the brand new denim blue paint, $720. It's got the 18-inch wheels that are a little bit more expensive than the standard wheels. On the interior, it's got the keyless-GO entry package, which basically does this. Okay, so this is your keyless entry. When you get close to it, when you touch it, put your hand in here, it's going to unlock the vehicle, it's going to unfold the mirrors. This one also has the panoramic sunroof, which is not a standard equipment. And on the interior, it's got the trim that is extra, the burl walnut trim. That's the matte burl walnut trim. And it also has a premium one package, which actually went down in price for this model year, but it also dropped the keyless-GO, which was a part of it. Now the keyless-GO is its own package, and the premium one includes the 10.25 screens with the MBUX experience. So you can actually choose whether you need both or just one if you don't want to. And this is pretty sensitive. I didn't touch anything, just waved my hand, and you can see this basically locked the car. Now we're going to talk about the design of this vehicle. I'm going to take you on a tour of the exterior of the car. We're going to take a look at the interior, take a look in the trunk, take a peek under the hood, see what powers up this thing, and we're going to take it for a spin. So if you're ready, come on, let's go. Alright, so I'm going to start the tour at the front of this vehicle where you can see the lights, obviously the headlights, and it's got the nice LED running lights right around it, and the LED lights the Mercedes high performance lights right here. Big grille, Mercedes star right here. Nothing really crazy about the design of it. You can see those two distinct lines running over the hood, and the pre-aerodynamic styling, it's got this bottom trim right here and the top grille right here, huge Mercedes star and some chrome accents. Now this is very similar to, let's say, if you've seen the A-Class, you know seen this one, basically just a little bit different lights. The difference is going to be when we look at the side. So let's take a look on the side. Right, so looking at the side of this vehicle, you're going to see the biggest difference between this and the A-Class. So, right, so this one is more like a sports coupe. So basically, you can see this is like more of a slope design, more like a coupe design. Even though it does have four-door, it's considered a sports coupe. Now, this one is dressed with the 18-inch multi-spoke wheels. Very nice design, and the regular all-season tires on it. You can see there's only one body line going across right here. There's nothing that accentuates the side of the door. It's nice and clean. Chrome on top of the door handles right here, and then there's different lights in the back than on the A-Class. That's another distinction that you can see right away. So let's take a look at that now. Right, so in the back here, I mean, that's where you can see the most differences between this and an A-Class. Other than the side profile, completely different taillights. Now this vehicle is also just a little bit bigger, and it's considered a step up from the A-Class. So nice visible LED taillights, a CLA badging, Mercedes logo on it, nice two exhaust, fake exhaust, but they're here, kind of like on the GLB. I mean, I still like the look of it, so it's okay to have those. And these are kind of the bumper guards, so this sticks out so much beyond the actual bumper in here. So they put the actual guard, so if you're backing into something, you can actually not damage the paint, just hit those black bumpers. And this one is a 4MATIC, so it's got the 4MATIC logo on it, and it's got the reflector lights right here. Now let's see how much room there is in the trunk, and this one is equipped with the keyless-go, right? So we should be able to open the trunk with our kick, and there's actually some room in here. Let's take a look. So decent size actually trunk space. I mean, it's not very tall because this room is not very big, but it does have some room in case you need to transport something. It does have the, if you can see, the 40, 20, and 40 split seats, so you can fold them down by pulling actually on this lever right here. And actually I have some stuff sitting in there, so it's going to prevent it from putting down, but that's basically how you do it. What else is here? Now there is a hidden compartment for what normally would be a spare tire, but there's not even a room for spare tire in here. So that's just the place where that fix-a-flat type of setup would be, like a little compressor and kit for your tire. Now the power plant in this thing, it's a, open it up, let's see, 2-liter engine, turbocharged engine, 221 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with the 7-speed dual clutch automatic transmission, and you know, it's the same engine that's used in so many different Mercedeses, the GLA, the GLB, the GL, the CLA, which is this one, and the A-Class. It's just tuned differently for different models, so sometimes it produces more, sometimes less horsepower, but 221 horsepower, it should be plenty to get this thing going. It's not the AMG series, but for the size of this vehicle, I think it's substantial. I'm going to check it out. We'll take it on the road. So this is the engine, and okay, so let's get in the back seat. I'm going to see how much room there is. Again, front seat adjusted to my normal driving position. I'm 6 feet tall, and let's see how I can fit in here. Ooh. So it's got the characteristics of a coupe, which means a lower roof line, which means harder to get in, and it does not have a whole lot of room on the inside. Now, Is it livable? Yes, it's definitely is. You can definitely drive for even an extended period of time because the seats are fairly comfortable. I think the A-Class might have a little bit more room, or maybe it's just because of the way that you get in and out. Now I gotta tell you, I love the interior of it. I love that color, that mocha beige interior. It's really nice, but you have to be brave to get it because it's very, very light. Okay, let's check out the inside of this. First of all, like I said, I love the interior color, but it's probably not for me. It's very simple. There's nothing to it. I mean, it's a two-tone interior. It's got this nice contoured seats. It's got 3 seat belts in the back, so it is a 5-passenger, 2 in the front, 3 in the back. Air conditioning, heating vents, and the USB-C vent right here. And that's all there is to it in the back. Let's check out the front. Okay, before I get inside, actually, I want to do one more thing that we normally do, and this is the sound check of this, and never disappoints with Mercedes. Now, again, the characteristic of a coupe, if you can see, I mean, the glass is pretty low, and it's a glass without any frame around it, so it will actually lower down as soon as you open the door, and when you close it, it goes up. But very solid sound of the opening door. You ready for the interior? Let's go. Okay, so this is the driver's seat, and you can see it's a sporty car. I mean, you can have the front seat. Now, is it adjustable? Well, if it is, I don't know where. Oh, right here. For sure it is. Okay, so this is a manual adjustment, and this is for your legs, so you can make it shorter or longer. Again, very nice design. And this is the MB tax. So this is a artificial leather, and this is where the magic happens. Let's pop in and see what's in here. So interior on this 2021 CLA 250, it's very similar to a couple of other models that I reviewed already, and that is the A-Class, the GL, AGL-B. So those are all 3 vehicles that start under $40,000, including this one like we talked earlier. Let's take a look and see the steering wheel. So the steering wheel, multi-function steering wheel. This is not a sports steering wheel. It doesn't have the flat bottom, but it's the same steering wheel as you see in other Mercedes models. It's multi-function, which means it's got 2 touch screens basically on one and the other side, touch pads I should say. One, the left one, controls what's happening right here in the instrument cluster in the middle, and then the one on the right hand side controls what happens in the screen in the middle right here. Let's turn that off. We don't need the radio right yet. Big Mercedes star on the steering wheel, and again you have your stalks for the windshield wipers as well as your turn signals right here. Now, in order to switch gears, just like most of the Mercedes models, they are located right here, so you can select your gears, pushing it to park right here. This is your park button, and then up, that's reverse, down, that's drive, and neutral is right in the middle. So that's your steering wheel. Right, so let's see what's going on here in the middle screen in the base instrument cluster, and like I said, the left screen controls what's going on in here. So first of all, you can select different modes. You can have the trip mode, you can have navigation. Unfortunately, this particular car does not have navigation system, but there is one available, and it of course has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. You can display your phone setting, you can display your assistance, so that's basically your blind spot assistance, your brake warning, your collision mitigation warning, and stuff like this. You can see system suspended right here. You can see that there's a full screen. You can select different displays on here, so you can customize that part of the screen using the buttons on the left hand side, and you can select this radio media. You can select a different design. So classic, here's the difference. It's gonna go to all blue. If you want to go to display and select a different one, let's say this is a completely different display, you can select a turns more sporty. You can always go back and select, you know, different displays. So basically what I'm trying to say, this car is completely customizable. It can be what you want it to be. See, there's a different type of display, and you can select your phone, navigation, trip, radio, media, and you can either see what the service is, so assist plus, coolant. Right now you can see the temperature of coolant, engine oil level. You can see your engine oil level right here. You can see your tires, see what the pressure is in your tires, and if there were any messages, it would show you right here, whether it's a service due message or any type of check engine message, visit service, that type of stuff. Assist plus, that basically tells you when the next service is due. Now this is a brand new vehicle, so next service is not due until a year from now. So this is the left side of the screen, and before we get to the middle of the screen, I want to show you what's on the left of the steering wheel. So let's take a quick look at this. Let's take a look at this left side of the steering wheel. You have your electronic parking light, brake, you have your light control, so you can select whether you want the auto lights, whether you want the lights on at all times, or you want the fog lights on, and this is your dimming for the instrument cluster. On the door itself, you have 3 memory settings, standard basically for all of the Mercedes-Benz with memory seat options. Now this is a heated seat vehicle. Now if it was a cooled seats or ventilated seats option, that would be installed right here. But I want to point out something really quick, and this is probably more visible right now, is the ambient lighting that is right here. I'll show you how to change that, but just pay attention and see how this changes right now. It's set up to the way that it kind of changes colors by itself, so you could see a little bit of red and blue and purple now, and it fluctuates between those colors. Also, a very nice feature on this vehicle is this pearl walnut trim. This is the matte wood trim, which is an extra option, but well worth it in my opinion. Very nicely complements that interior. On the door itself, you also have the lock unlock button, as well as the window controls, child safety window lock, and this is your mirror controls. That's also where you will find your trunk opener, as well as the extra cup holder and a little bit of a pocket. Now this one has speakers right here, and since I don't see the Burmeister logo on it, these are just the regular Mercedes speakers that come with it. All right, so let's move. Okay, so really quick, the right side of the screen. Now this is fully customizable as well, but I want to show you, this can either be controlled through here, which is the touchpad on the right side of the steering wheel. It can be controlled through that trackpad, which is right here at the bottom, and as you can see, this one controls this as well. Or it can be controlled through voice command by using "Hey Mercedes." Well, it's turned off obviously, but that can be controlled through voice as well. So this is all part of this MBUX that I keep talking about in my every video of the vehicle that has it. Now, a little bit difference this year from what I've noticed, the package 1 that included that MBUX got kind of divided into 2, because package 1 used to include the keyless-go hands-free entry system. Now it's a separate system in the package A itself. Package 1 itself actually went down in price to $1,200 from $1,650. Now the keyless-go package actually went up in price, so it's about $800. So now if you want to have both, you'd have to spend $2,000 versus $1,650 before. So just pay attention to it and see if you need both. Maybe you just need one, not the other. All right, so what else is on this screen? Because keep on talking about this MBUX, and we really went into one time on the GLE 53. But let's see. So first of all, you have your home screen, right? So that just tells you what you have. You have your media you have your comfort setting. Let's see what those comfort settings are. So seat comfort and ambient lighting, this is where you have your comfort settings. So let's see the seat comfort. Seat kinetics, let's see, you can control that. Backrest and seat surface. Now if you want to do it the old-fashioned way, this is also touchscreen, so you can control it through here, and you can set the duration of that kinetics. That just shows you to play it, and basically what it does is I can feel it right now sitting here. You can see that little animation, I hope you can see that, where you can feel where the seat is nudging you, basically. So this is to remind you, like if you're getting drowsy or if you've been driving for too long, this is basically to kind of keep you awake. So back to home. So this is your comfort. Second option in the comfort settings was the ambient lighting, and you know, as I showed you before, you can change that setting, you can change the color, and now right now we're in the multicolor, or we can do a multicolor animation if you'd like, and we can start with the purple sky, and this is it. This is where this changes. Basically it's going to start playing that. So I'm not sure if you're ready to go, but I'm ready to take this for a drive and see how it handles. Before we do that, of course, let's take a look at the rear view camera, and let's see what this one has. It doesn't have the full 360, but it's got the wide angle and the narrow angle camera, and as always, all of the Benzes that I've driven, very nice, very clear, detailed cameras. So nice job, by the way. That Mercedes start that I showed you in the back, that's actually where the camera housing is. So when put it in the reverse, actually this lifts up, and that prevents the camera from getting soiled and dirty and stuff like this. So you're always going to have this picture, even in the winter time, even when it's raining, even when it's really dusty outside, because the camera is nicely protected in there. So the second thing, let's take a look and see the turning diameter. Okay, turning diameter. Nice and tight. And I haven't been in the Mercedes in a month or so. I mean, we've done other cars, but it's always good to get back and see how solid it feels and how actually nice it feels as far as the drive and smoothness of it. You know, you can't beat it. I'm sure that this is gonna handle as well, if not better, than the A-Class. By the way, the radio turned on by mistake. I hit it with my thumb, so let's just turn it on and let's see how the radio sounds. It would not be my favorite type of music, but it does sound pretty clear. Even though it's the basic stereo, I'm not sure if Mercedes done any upgrades on their base stereo. It's not the Burmeister, but it definitely sounds better than I checked it out on the A-Class. I still would have probably shelled out the extra money and got the Burmeister stereo, just because it's so much better. It's just a step above anything else as far as, you know, in its class. There's a couple different levels of Burmeister as well. So let's put it in the sport mode and let's see how this vehicle will handle in, let's say, merging into traffic. Well, it is not the Ferrari that I've driven recently. All right, so let's see. Okay, so it definitely goes, it merges into traffic nicely. You can see how quickly I caught up with those cars, and the engine seems more effortless than, let's say, I checked it out in the GLB, and it's the same engine, but I guess the more aerodynamic and less weight on the car, that contributes to that as well. But 221 horsepower, nothing to sneeze at, especially in the smaller car category this one is. Now, the one thing that I was a little bit curious, there was a little bit of a long 4th to 5th gear switch. Maybe I didn't accelerate fast enough and it just didn't click over. We're gonna take a look at it at our other straight up and see how it feels. The steering wheel, very nice to the touch. Again, it's a nice, precise steering. Cornering, we're going to be able to check this out really in here. And let's see. It's nice and easy into the corner. There's a little bit of that body roll, and let's hit it. Oh, it goes. I mean, it actually switches. It's probably that I didn't have my foot on the gas, you know, all the time, that it didn't flip into that 5th gear, but it's all good. So again, Mercedes, I give this car a big thumbs up. This is another quality product and another Mercedes that starts under $40,000. Now, we're gonna go from this one to the next Mercedes-Benz that's well over $150,000. So if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe, hit that little bell button right next to it, and make sure you don't miss that, because there's some cool videos coming up. If you like this channel, give me a thumbs up, give me a boost of confidence. I always like it. And if you have any comments, please make sure you leave that in the comment section on that video. If you'd like to see some more of something, less of something, also let me know. I'm constantly trying to improve my channel. Everything that I say on this channel is my personal opinion. So if you don't agree with that, oh well, you know, it's my opinion. You can have your own by all means. Hey guys, well, thank you for watching again. I want to thank you for supporting this channel and subscribing, and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.